What's up, guys? It's your girl, Say What, and my females, because I know I got a few female subscribers. Thank you guys to all my subscribers and people who take the time out of their day to actually listen. Today I want to talk about karma and being careful who you have kids by. Okay? So just say, for instance, you hook up with somebody and meet somebody that you like a guy or whoever. Um, you decide to take it further and get involved. Guys, be careful who you have your kids by. Ladies, my ladies, be careful who you have your kids by. Because it's a thing called karma. And I'm going to sit up here today and talk about it. If whoever you're involved with or whoever you decide to be involved with have done things in the past, like let's say for instance, if they dogged women out, they beat women, they molested or was child predators, anything of that matter. They killed people, they were robbers, anything that you could think about that we shouldn't be doing, I should say. So once you get involved with them, you don't know their history unless you ask. So once you find out their history, it's too late if you're already pregnant, right? So, hey, if karma didn't hit them, then it will fall on your kids that you have by him or by her. Let me say it again. If who you are dealing with didn't receive their karma in the way that they should have, and you become involved with this individual, you will take upon their karma. Female, male, it doesn't matter. If you decide to have kids by this individual, keep in mind what I'm saying. If they didn't get their karma, it will fall upon your kids. Not all of your kids, but one of them. And y'all can choose to disagree or not, but I'm just sitting up here telling y'all what it is that I know. So just let's sit up there and say, for instance, your father molested you or whatnot. Your father was a bad person or whatnot. How do you think he became that way? Because somebody did it to him. So then you have two type of people. The difference between the two is either you're gonna choose to do it or you're gonna choose to love and heal. You see what I'm saying? So for those that choose not to love and heal, they do wrong to others because they're not healed. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, and this is what I mean when I sit up there and say, be careful who you lay down with because they'll get their karma. If you out here consistently doing wrong to people, molesting kids, robbing people, killing people, God to put us here for that, y'all. And then who am I to preach? I'm just sitting up there relaying a message what God want me to relay. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying and I'm on one hell of a path. Just know that. And then people want to sit up and say, oh, I thought this was a Christian. No, it's not a Christian channel. I sit up there and do what I want to do, but I also do what God want me to sit up there and talk to y'all about. So this is the message he want me to relay to y'all about karma. So it's just like somebody's been bad all their life and No, nothing. They haven't received karma. Some people do receive karma, but others, karma come later. But if you have done wrong, if you have been a child predator, if you have molested, um, let's sit up and say, if you kill people, if it don't touch you, it will touch your child. One of your children. One. So I can't sit up and say one of your child because that's not the proper term. The correct term, it will touch one of the kids that you decide to have. If karma don't hit you, it will hit your kids. One of your children. Okay? So that's what I want to speak on today. None of us are perfect. That's why you ask God for forgiveness and He decide. But once you ask Him for forgiveness, your life will change and He will work within you. You know, but once you sit up there and decide to date and then you get involved with an individual, you don't know that individual. You only know what they tell you. You know, you don't know if they're a child predator. You don't know if they're a molester. You don't know if they a righteous person. You don't know until you sit up there and actually take the time out. You just don't know. You don't know if they used to sit up there and dog women. You don't know. So that's why you have to sit up there and try to get to know before you get yourself involved with a situation that you don't know their life history, so karma won't come back and hit your kids. You know what I'm saying? So if you're involved with somebody who's a bad person or who was a bad person in the past, they didn't get that karma. That karma will come back on your kids. Not all of your kids, one of the kids. That dad will pay for that karma. That mother will pay for that karma. Listen to what I'm saying now. So, like, I can give you an example. I call him my sperm donor because he wasn't no dad. He wasn't no father. So my father did wrong. Okay, of course he molested us and blah blah blah. But he did a hell of a lot more wrong than that. Like he was like he did evil works, okay? So it was me, my twin, and my youngest sister. But I got other half sisters and brothers too. So keep that in mind. So what he did, if he didn't get his karma back, uh, it then fell on one of his kids that he had, which will be my younger sister. She got a guy that was just like him, an evil worker just like him, and just disappeared. It's so crazy, y'all. And I can't sit up there and make y'all believe. I'm not asking y'all to believe, but I'm just telling y'all my life experiences. I come up on these videos to tell y'all what I've been through, what I've experienced. And I'm known for a fact, a proven fact for it to be true. So that's why I'm doing this. But trust you me, men, you better watch who you have kids by. If you're women, whoever you're dating, because a lot of your young men and men in general just like to f around, mess around, and blah blah blah. You don't want to be lonely. I understand. Nobody want to be lonely, but God wants us to have husbands and wives. It don't work out that way. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying to y'all is watch who you have your seeds by. Watch who you have your kids by. Watch who you decide to sit up there and just F randomly because they might get pregnant and you might not know that female history. Okay? And females, watch who you decide to lay down with. Yeah, sometimes we can get lonely too. Watch it though, who you decide to lay down with. Because you just don't know. You can be cursing your bloodline, y'all. You know, and you know, God is a lenient God, but He understands. But when it comes down to we having kids by somebody who's not righteous or not living a life or who has been a murderer, a drug dealer, a convicted felon, um, what do you call it? A murderer? Yeah. So check it. If they done all this stuff, okay, they ask for forgiveness and blah blah blah. The karma gotta go somewhere, y'all. It gotta go somewhere. So if it don't hit the individual before they ask for forgiveness or whatnot, the karma has to go somewhere. And I'm tell you, like it'll fall on your kids, one of your kids. Believe me or not. And then, like, if somebody come across this video, oh, Shonda crazy and blah blah blah. It is what it is. Believe what you want. But when you sit up there and start to see what is happening within your kids, oh, my husband was just like that. He did this, he did that. My ex-boyfriend was just like that. He did this or did that. My wife or my ex-wife or my girlfriend was just like that. She did this or she did that. It will, if y'all have kids, listen to me, it will fall up on your bloodline. That's why generational curses have to be broken. And I ain't know nothing about this as being younger. And I'm going to share a story with y'all real quick. I didn't know nothing about this. Like me, being, I think at that time, like I was 27, 28, about 28 or 29. So this preacher, or should I call her a prophet, a prophesier or something like that. So she came in, she didn't know I was there. So then she said to my mama that yo dad, like her father did something to her mother, like witchcraft, voodoo, or whatnot. So she said a generational curse was put on the family or the bloodline. So I'm like, what the hell? I said, Mama, you remember your dad doing something way when you was younger to your mama? She said, yeah, Shonda, I actually do. So she said, therefore, my mama would get somebody that would witchcraft voodoo her. Therefore, one of her daughters would get it, which was my younger sister. And keep in mind, y'all, it's a true story. I actually sit up there and seen this shit played out. Forgive me, God, for cussing. I seen this stuff played out. And I couldn't believe it. So I had to be the one to break the generational curses up off of the bloodline. I didn't know what I was doing at the time. I took 3 years to stake off to myself without dating anybody, anything, and not knowing what I was doing. I did what God asked me to do, and not knowing I was doing His will and breaking generational curses up off my bloodline. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know it, but then like as stuff got deeper, I remember like my younger sister was like she was like 5 or 6, I think about 5 years younger than me and my twin. So then I remember she met this guy who was me and my twin age. And we was like, what the hell? She just moved out. No, nothing. We was always a close family. No talking to us, no nothing. So I'm like, what the hell is going on? So then like her friend was like, yo, Shonda, what's happening with Mona? Like, what's happening with her? Like, we her friends. She don't even want nothing to do with us. She looked different. When I seen her, y'all, she looked like she was my complexion, but a little bit darker. But then she was dark skinned when I seen her. And then her eyes looked like they was about to pop out her head. Like she was on drugs or something. But I know that wasn't the case. But I seen this guy. When he first came, I seen. And I told her, like, yo, sometimes when we think people love us, they don't love us. Yo, I tried to tell her. But she didn't listen. You know what I'm saying? So he did something to her. And she got the type of individual dude that was like, my sperm donor. I call him sperm donor because he wasn't a dad to me. Y'all listen to my stories and listen to my child molestation videos and all of that. So your bloodlines can be cursed. And yeah, that's why I'm talking to y'all today. You be careful who you decide to have kids by, because everybody in this lifetime are not like you. You sit up there and think, oh, just because somebody treats you nice, they're genuine. They're not. They can be demons in disguise. Okay? And then we as Christians can mess up sometimes too. It don't make us perfect. But you still have discernment. You have to sit up there and listen to that small, still voice. When it tells you not to do something, you better listen. I don't care if you have a mother or father not to lead you. You better sit up there and make choices within you, within yourself, to listen to your inner voice. Because the Holy Spirit will lead you. God will lead you. And your inner voice will lead you. Listen to it, y'all. Listen to it. It's true. I sit up there and watch my family be broken apart because and behind what my sperm donor decided to do, what he chose to do, because he chose wrong in life and chose to abuse and chose to hurt people and do devil work. I sit up there and seen it. The karma come back on his kids. One of my siblings. Y'all, I know what I'm talking about. So it is what it is. If you have done wrong, none of us are perfect. I done did wrong too. But not nothing like that. I don't do evil or nothing like that. If you have done drastically wrong, you better ask God for forgiveness and hope he forgive you and hope you get your karma so it won't come back on your kids. Do you hear me? Now, you're not going to hear the church sit up there talking to you like this because that's what they need to be teaching. They sit up there and sugarcoat shit down. Forgive me, God, for cussing. Nowadays, they do, and God is not happy with the way that they is teaching. They leading his people way mad astray, especially these mega churches. You sitting up there thinking you getting God and you donating your money. You'll be better off getting God within yourself. Okay? They leading God's people astray. You better wake the hell up. Wake the hell up. They leading y'all astray. Simple as that. And get a mind of your own. And like I always say, no matter what you have been taught, once you grow up and become an adult, I speak these things in my music. Listen to my playlist. I got my album down in my playlist. Regardless if you listen or not, it's all good. When you become an adult, you decide what it is that's right or is wrong. Whatever your parents taught you, if they taught you to be racist, judgmental, whatever the case may be, if they taught you, oh, you're going to be a Satan worshiper, you're not going to believe in God, or whatever, decide for yourself. Do research for yourself. Don't go off for what people tell you. Go off for people experiences. This is things that I like to do, y'all. Like, people, like, if you actually really want to know somebody true intentions or their motives, go on YouTube, Google, check out people that have died and came back to tell you what they experienced. That's the realest to the truth of if it's a God or if it's a devil or where do you go when you die. That's as real as it get, yo. You know what I'm saying? Talking to somebody who's experienced it. And I had an out-of-body experience while I stood before God. And that's something else I'm going to let y'all know too. What God actually looked like. I'm going to describe all of that. I got a lot of topics to talk about. And then people will be like, oh, well, you shouldn't be talking about the topic and blah, blah, blah. You don't tell me what the hell I should talk about. I do things that God sit up there and say I should do. And I do things that I want to do myself. So they're like, oh, I think it's a Christian. No, I do. My channel is not just a Christian channel. I'm not saying that. It's just I do videos I want to do, and I do videos that God lead me to do. So I'm not sitting up there saying, oh yeah, I'm a holy roller. I roll higher than thou. No. I'm just giving y'all my personal experience and things I went through that he say I should talk about. I'm not sitting up there and saying, oh yeah, I don't do this. I'm not saying that, y'all. I'm just saying that I'm an individual human being like you guys. So I'm not perfect, but I believe in God. I live him. I actually sit down and took the time out to put the work in with them though. So that's what make me different. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I still do mess up, but I ask them for forgiveness. So people got so much to say, and it don't matter. If you have so much to say, start your own channel. Do what you feel necessary to do within you and your own channel. But for the most part, most of my viewers are cool. They leave me mad. Awesome comments. Thank you guys for all my subscribers. I see everything. Thank you guys for my views. Thank you guys for my likes. The very few that actually like my videos, thank you. Especially my child molestation videos. And it helped it get out to the people who need to hear it. So I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. And I'm going to bless you guys. Watch. This is what I tell you. Watch. Thank you guys for all my subscribers. And there you have it. Hopefully, y'all listen to the message and you can take something out of it. I'm not perfect, guys. I tell y'all what I've experienced, what I've been through. And I'm going to get on several topics. Some of the topics might piss some people off. I don't care. This is my channel. I talk about what I want to talk about. Things I've been through. Things God want me to share with you guys. Things I've experienced. I don't care what it is. Things I know. Also, besides diamond and gold grills. Okay? So keep that in mind. It's not, oh, I'm going to do everything Christian. No, I'm not perfect, just like you guys. But I'm going to sit up there and talk about what God told me to talk about. I'm going to sit up there and talk about what I want to talk about. You see what I'm saying? That you guys need to hear. Or I feel like you guys need to hear. And you can take it. Take it or leave it. So it's your girl, Say What. And thank you guys for taking the time out to listen to me. And if I never said it, Happy New Year's. And I'm out. Yeah.